Buenos días o buenas tardes. Hoy es miércoles, el 2 de septiembre. La meta de hoy es we want to be able to continue to identify the definite and indefinite article. So for definite, that's the, and indefinite a or some. And again, we're basing that off of the gender of the noun and the number, whether it's singular or plural, building up these tools to be able to identify and use full sentences. So today is going to be review on both of those things. We'll start off with trabajo de timbre. If you need extra practice, I put some resources for articles on Estudio Libre Free Study. And then go ahead and check your answers for the bell work to make sure you have those. Then we're going to do a review game. Okay, that'll be quizzes with a lot of good questions that'll help us make sure that we're getting the concept of using articles. If you need to do it more than once, by all means, do it more than once so you can make sure you're understanding why. That's the good thing about quizzes. They always tell us what the answer is so we can overcome any mistakes. And then we'll do some practice. Okay, if we have a workbook page, I want you to only do A, B, and C. Skip D and the rest of the second page that you'll see here. So I'll show you here. We just want the first page. This is 1.8 in your workbook. So if you'd like to use your workbook and then just take a picture of it, if you have a workbook, okay, we want A, B, and C. You can read the directions. Skip D and skip the second page. We'll worry about those later, but we'll do A, B, and C for today and for this week. We'll finish off talking about volcanoes, which was the second most voted for idea concept in terms of the lifestyle of people in Guatemala. The first one will give you an idea of just how many volcanoes they have. Just from one view here in this video, you'll see they count out, I think, 8 or 9 volcanoes just in view. The second is an eruption that happened 2 years ago in 2018 near the capital of Guatemala City. That was absolutely devastating. And so I want you to think about how do you think that affects the lives of people in Guatemala, knowing that at any point there could be an eruption of a volcano. Kind of think about it in terms of your life. How would your life be different if you had all these volcanoes around you that could erupt at any time? So I want you to kind of put yourselves in their shoes. So those 2 videos. One note, again, I brought this up yesterday. If you watched the video for yesterday, here are all the assignments, just the 4 assignments that we'll have that will be due on Friday. Okay. One note is starting with these assignments. They do need to be turned in by Friday. And that means they need to be turned in by the time school ends. So just because you're at home doesn't mean you can get some extra time. You will go until school ends, and if it's turned in after 3:05, it is officially late. If it's a day late, I take 30% off, so the best grade you can get is a C minus. If it's 2 to 7 days late, it's half off, so that's going to be an F. And after a week, no credit. Okay, so it's always worth it to turn it in late rather than not turning it in at all, but we do want to make sure that we're turning it in on time on Friday within the school hours. Okay. I'll be flexible if your first period and you turn it in at 3 o'clock, I'll still give you the credit for it, full credit. And that way I'll be a little more flexible. But some of your teachers might not be so flexible.